Hi guys, Rachybop here and welcome to today's video, which is iPhone 5S features. I've been wanting to do this for a while with my iPhone 5S because it's glorious fun and I just want to show it off. I'm kidding, I just want to do a little overview of the features that come with the iPhone 5S. This is the iPhone 5S in gold. It has a transparent case on it. I did have a really ridiculous fluffy case which was awesome, except it's left dents in the back of my phone now and it's ruined forever, devalued, all of that. Never mind, I'll get over it. But it's really a beautiful kind of champagne colour and I think that this ring here really brings it out. I really love this phone. It's got a chip with a 64-bit architecture, fingerprint identity sensor, faster camera and an operating system built especially for a 64-bit system. You can't just get it in gold, you can get it in silver and space grey, but let's be real, everyone wants the gold. It's just whether you could get hold of it or not. It's got aluminium, that's right, aluminium housing, and it's kind of blended between metal and glass. The home button here is sapphire crystal, sure. And we've also got sapphire crystal protecting the eyesight camera. Oh! And there's also sapphire crystal protecting the eyesight camera here on the back. It's really light, really thin and absolutely a pleasure to use. So first let's start with Touch ID. There is a danger that you forget your passcode because you're not using it all the time, but it hasn't really been such a danger for me because it's quite a sensitive Touch ID, and although it does work if you're a little bit sweaty or you just got out of the bath and your fingers are wrinkly, it ain't gonna work. It also takes a little bit of time to calibrate your fingers, so I've only got these fingers calibrated at the moment, but that's okay. It works, it's really nice, and it's not just a gimmick, it's kind of a nice thing that you get used to, and I find now when I go on Ryan's iPad I'm trying to open it with my fingerprint and it's just not happening. It's very distressing. And it also works on different degrees of your finger, and it works when you're buying apps and things, which is really cool. You also don't just have to have your fingerprints on it, you can put your partner's on or your children's if you trust them, and you can take them off as well. This phone has the new A7 chip, which is 2 times faster than the A6 chip. It's the first 64-bit smartphone in the world. That's pretty special. And it makes the graphics really good. I also find that the battery lasts a lot longer on this than my last phone, which was the 4S. It's also got an M7 compressor, which goes alongside the A7 chip, and it knows when you're walking and running and driving, and I've found that this works really well with certain apps. Some of them not so much, but especially like the fitness apps, like the Fitbit app is so good in just recording when you've walked anywhere. It's like I used to get on the train and I had other apps running and they would record it as if you'd walked the distance that you've just travelled on the train, and this app doesn't do that, and I believe that is thanks to the M7. It's early, okay? It's extremely clever. It's also got an extremely updated camera, front and back HD, and it's also got the double flash here, which gives a softer finish. It's got a larger sensor, larger pictures, a larger aperture. It's got continuous burst mode, so if you hold your finger down, it takes loads. It's got a true tone flash, which is what I just mentioned, which is there, and that has the white and the amber LED, which make everything softer. It's got auto image stabilization, slow motion video, which is absolutely epic, and it's been updated since it first came out, so you can actually edit it so much more to how you want it, and you can now upload to Instagram and things like that, whereas before you couldn't. It's got a live video zoom, so while you are taking a video you can actually zoom in, whereas before you could not. You can take square photos straight off the bat, so if you are just an Instagrammer, that's totally worthwhile. You can also take panoramic photos, or pano, and we've also got filters built in. Woo! The FaceTime camera is also HD, and the iPhone 5S supports more networks than previous phones. So if you travel a lot, that's a big advantage. iOS 7 works really good, or iOS 7.1 now, works really awesome with the iPhone 5S because this was designed to ship with this, so it's kind of the best one to use with it. It also comes with some built-in apps, as they usually do, such as phone, calendar, mail, photos, camera and music. iPhoto, iMovie, GarageBand, Pages, Numbers and Keynote are all free of charge, and you can also access the App Store as usual. You can use the iCloud on it as well, and I really think that these cases are the best to get, because if you do have the gold, for example, the back of the phone is where the main detail is, and that's one thing that really bothered me when this phone first came out. I wanted to have everything showing, but there were no cases on the market that did that. I want to show the edges and the back, and that's not something that you can do with the cases that were on the market at the time. Whereas now they're bringing out these Perspex cases. This was £2.50 on eBay and free postage. It's just so awesome. Just protects it but shows its beauty. I don't think any of the cases that Apple have brought out themselves do that, which is a real shame. But I think overall the main aspect, the main amazing feature of this iPhone 5S is the design. It's just such a great phone. It's lightweight and it has some really awesome improvements. Obviously they may or may not be necessary for you, so it's always up to you whether you think this phone is worthwhile for you to upgrade or to get on the ladder. But I really love it, and I have no problems with it at all. There's like tiny little things like it crashing, which is the operating system, and the fingerprint sensor thing, but they can be updated with software things. They're not massive issues, they're easily fixed. There's also ways around them, and it's constantly being improved. So I think it's an absolutely beautiful phone, and I feel honoured to own it. Let me know your thoughts about the iPhone 5S and all the features I've mentioned in the comments, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and maybe subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching guys, bye!